Hi guys, I'm live. I just want to do some walk rant. I'm out on my walk day. I want to talk about 3 case historical examples of rockers, especially rock guitarists, that had a similar beginning or similar comments or similar hate to me when they started out. And the obvious point is now they're revered, but anybody that tries to do what they did still gets hated today, LOL. First example, Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix was unloved before he became a star. They all thought he was too wild, too just like to play guitar too much of a shredder in that day, just noisy, loud, obnoxious. People really did look down on him for much of his life, even when he was playing, much of his life of just being a guitar player, even much less growing up before he picked up a guitar. And now he's revered, but now you have to play every note like he did, or you're a total hypocrite, a blasphemer, a heresy, sacrilege. That's exactly what he was, right up until they signed him, and then people still didn't like him. He opened for the Monkees, and people thought, who is this guy? He did Monterey Pop Festival, burned his guitar for Wild Thing, and the people were just like, what the heck? What planet am I on? But he's the great Jimi Hendrix now. Second example, Jimmy Page, Led Zeppelin. People always thought he was too sloppy. Awful technique. The guy plays like he has 2 broken hands. I was there. I was there when they were saying that about him. Can't play sloppiest guitarist on the planet. Well, I just got called sloppy for my rendition, which was tapping only. This was the moderator's idea. About a few months ago, he challenged me to do the Toccata and Fugue in D minor using only tapping technique. And my tapping wasn't as clean as the guy playing the book on the CD, but that's not what I was going for. It had feeling. I still got the notes across. I still got the feeling across. I still played the fugue. I'm sorry if my technique, wasn't completely flawless, but neither was Jimmy Page's. And they became the greatest rock band the 70s ever saw. Which was the 70s was one of the greatest eras in rock. So there you have that one. Third example, Eddie Van Halen / David Lee Roth. They were too wild, a lot of people thought. Who are these guys? They don't give a heck. They're just wild. David Lee Roth gyrating on stage. I was just watching the official video to You Really Got Me the other day, and he had his shirt open like I do. He was gyrating his pelvis all over the place. Yeah, he didn't even shave his chest, but neither do I. And he was all and long hair, rocking it out, and Eddie Van Halen right alongside of him. Just the wild guys, the gangs in town, duck for cover. Yet now they're the revered Van Halen. In my book, the best rock and roll band ever put together. And now you have to play it just like Eddie, or you're just a piece of crap. Well, fuck you. Eddie didn't do it that way, and neither do I. Excuse my language, that just came out spontaneously. I wasn't going to say that. They were wild in their day. People thought he would get, duck for cover. Well, same thing happens to me a lot of the times in my haters, both online and sometimes even in real life. I mean, how about that guy? What's his name? What's his name again? Let me think here. Rodney, the guy that accosted me, just about tried to start a fight with me last year. Because and just blatantly, even though I was filming him on YouTube, and he still was just totally just about ready to fight me. And you're thinking he's in the right there. And Laquan, if that's him, I know what he looks like. I know who he is. The black guy that last winter just hit me in the face for nothing. Okay, and I didn't see it coming because I didn't think he was going to do that. But from now on, I do see him coming. Anyway, love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.